Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for bearing with us. I'd now like to call on Niamh's dad, John, to say a few words.
I just want to say good evening. For those of you who don't know me, my name is John, Niamh's dad. On behalf of myself and my wife, Catherine, I would like to give a warm welcome to all relatives and friends for joining us on this very special day. Today I must admit that I am the proudest dad in the world to have accompanied me today. I think you will all agree she looks stunning. I would like to welcome Andrew, and Aaron, and Andrew's mother, Eileen, his sister Caroline, brothers Tom and Michael, and families. Myself and Catherine are very proud of Niamh today. I would like to ask you to stand and raise a toast to the bride and groom. Thank you very much. God bless. Bride and groom.
Well done, John. Thank you. Now, I'd like to ask Michael now just to read out a few messages that we've received from people who can't be here.
So, first one, a big good day from your in-laws down under. Best wishes, lots of love and happiness, and all the best for the future from Josie Tenase and family in Shepperton, Australia. And here to Declan and Niamh, herzlichen Glückwunsch, that's congratulations. On your wedding day, may you have a long, happy and healthy life together. Enjoy your big day and best wishes from the other Mrs. Barry, Connie.
Now, I'd like to call on the groom, Mr. Barry, to stand up here and say a few words.
Don't worry, I won't see. Reverend Fathers, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I'd like to thank my mum, my parents, I suppose, really, for looking after me all those years. My mum, who fed me and made sure that I was, okay. And especially my dad, who passed away a number of years ago. I was very close to him. He taught me a lot, so I'd like to, we're on to give him today, special occasion. I'd like to give a personal thanks to my sister Caroline for her singing in the church. If the DJ doesn't turn up later on, we might want you to sing a few bars. I'd like to give another personal thanks to her husband Joe, who drove us around today, who chauffeured us all over the countryside. Make sure that we got to the church in time. Yes, just about like, yeah. I would like to give a personal thanks to my wife and her friend Brenda for making our lovely wedding cake. Third time lucky. It's the third cake. I'd like to thank our photographer Sean, who's snapping on me. He's popping up everywhere. I'd like to thank Mary Beecher for doing my wife's hair and making sure. I think that's my first time saying that. I'll have to get used to that, I think. And I'd like to give thanks to my brother Tom for doing the honour of being my best man, and Michael for groomsman, and Aaron for helping me out in the church. And I think I've covered everybody at the moment, and the staff of Midland Park Hotel who put on such a good spread for us today. And now I'd like to present, Mr. Niamh would like to present some bouquets of flowers to our parents. So Niamh will take an hour and get the flowers.
Come on, Niamh.
Also, I'd like to thank personal thanks to Father Mulcahy, who gave us such a lovely sermon today, and I would also like to thank everybody for being here. You know, for the people who travelled from far away and not so far away. So I'll leave with that and I'll hand it over to my brother Tom and he'll finish up.
Thanks, Declan. First thing I'd like to do is thank Declan and Niamh for doing me the great honour of inviting me to be their best man. It's a tough job to do, but it made it all more easy because everything was well organised and everything ran well in the day. I'd also like to thank them as well for doing us the great honour of having my little girl Aoife, who was the flower girl today. I think that herself and Cormac, as they came down the aisle, they almost stole the show. But then Niamh turned up and then she just stole the show, so there's like... So yeah, Niamh thinks that it's all about her today, but it wasn't. It was about Cormac and Aoife who came down the aisle first. John has already said that he's very proud of his girl here today. I'm sure that John, Catherine and Eileen are very proud of their two children. They put on a marvellous show for us today, and very well done. But as happens on big days, no matter how much organising you do, and no matter how much planning goes in, something always goes wrong. This morning, at home in Kilgridden, we woke up to have no water in any of the houses. They were on a group water scheme, so for whatever reason, it didn't work. So there was a little bit of rushing around to houses, seeing who had showers working. So they're all spick and span today at least anyway. But I said to Declan already that if that happens next week, there'll be no problems because he can just tell Niamh to go down to the river and get a few buckets of water and bring them back up to the house. Because they're married then and, you know, she'll have to do what he says. Now, as I said as well already, this is a beautiful cake that Niamh, I'd say it's Niamh now, she designed it and made it and decorated it. And as she said already, this isn't the first version of the cake. There have been at least 3 versions of the cake that we know of. And with each one that wasn't quite perfect, it had to be disposed of. Unfortunately, neither myself nor Declan, who quite like cake, we never got the opportunity to sample the rejected cakes. Declan, I think, was especially disappointed because this is a man who once entered a restaurant in a little bit of a hurry and ordered a starter, main course and dessert, but was in such a hurry that he could not wait to have it all individually and had it all brought out at the one time. And finished his meal, I think, before everyone else there had even ordered, I would say. So the shock in his face as these cakes were discarded was a joy to behold. Poor Declan. Now, A couple of years ago, we were at home and suddenly Declan was kind of walking around with a little bit of a little spring in his step. And he looked a little bit happier maybe, he was smiling a little bit more. And you say to Declan, we'll drop down there Saturday night, or we'll drop down to the house, and he'd go, no, I'm going with the lads there Saturday night. And you go, okay. Then it was, Declan, I dropped down to you there Tuesday around. No, actually I'll meet you up there with the lads Tuesday night, we're heading out, there's something on, so I can't drop down. Eventually, you couldn't talk to him, but it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, and early Friday night he was meeting up with the lads. And we were kind of wondering what was going on. And especially he was so happy and, hopping around the place, we thought, okay, he's after either winning the lotto, or there's something going on here. So eventually, we said, right, there's something going on here now, and we probably partly guessed, and then he introduced Niamh to us, and then we understood why he was so happy. Because you could see him that he was a happier lad. That was it, he was happy. But he was an especially happy lad on the night that they met. Because, as you know, Declan is partial to the little drop of sherry, maybe a little, and that's all he'd have. He'd go out for a night and he might have just a little drop of sherry, and that would be it for the night. He wouldn't go near anything else. He wouldn't be into the beer or shorts or anything like that. So, one night anyway in McDade's, Declan was there after his little sherry, and he was in McDade's, and next thing he spotted this girl over, and I think he was first drawn to her eyes. That's what he said anyway, he's drawn to her eyes, so he walked over and introduced himself. And apparently, as it goes now, and probably this story now has grown legs as well as it's gone along, but he said, my name is Declan, and I'm a millionaire. Can I have your number? And Niamh probably, anyway, took pity on him, and she gave him her number, and then she says, the ball's in your court now, so it's up to you. And he made one very good decision. He hung on to that number, and a few days later gave it a ring, and here we are today. Now, as I said already, we have Niamh's young lad, Cormac, and then we have Aaron. But things aren't going to be maybe as perfect there as we think, because Aaron's a Liverpool supporter, and Cormac is Man United. So there's always going to be a little bit of friction there, because at the moment, like, Liverpool just can't even put out a team. And Aaron knows that, and that's why he's staying very quiet now. Now, we've probably had a first here tonight, and maybe Niamh's family would probably notice more than I would, but she's very quiet. She hasn't stood up here to talk or say anything or whatever, So I'm saying to Declan, enjoy the peace and quiet. It won't last. Now that the ring is on the finger, it's going to be, it's going to be different. And she won't always be as quiet, so enjoy the peace and quiet while it lasts. And remember that up to now, you had a birthday to remember, you had Christmas, maybe Valentine's, but now you have a wedding anniversary to remember. And the one thing you do not forget is a wedding anniversary. And hopefully you will have many, 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 many wedding anniversaries to be celebrating together. I am speaking here from wisdom that if you forget a wedding anniversary, you will not be allowed to forget the wedding anniversary ever again. And it was the first one. Now, I'd like to, as I said, thank Niamh and Declan for putting on a great evening here for us. And we hope that you have a great night. And as I said, I wasn't going to keep you here too long with a speech, and hopefully you're happy with that, Declan, are you? Perfect, right. What we're going to have now is we'll have a presentation shortly of a little slideshow of photographs of Declan and Niamh as they've grown up together, or grown up, and then of their time together. One final thing I'd like to do is propose a toast. So if we just charge your glasses, as I say, and upstanding to our two beautiful bridesmaids, Eileen and Mary. You're looking very well today. Almost outdid Niamh, but not quite. So, the beautiful bridesmaids. And finally, as we're standing, I'd just like to, it's probably finished, I'd like to call on Father Mulcahy to say grace after me, please.